Alrighty folks, so we are doing something a little bit different here. I wanted to change up how we do this video, and I wanted to just show you straight up racing, none of the extra, running laps and making things happen. I just wanted to see what a video would be like if we just went out there and showed you the highlights and all the cool things. So we're going to kick off here with qualifying. We're trying to put in as fast of a lap as possible. This is going to be my warm-up lap. I'm just trying to get up the speed here. Darlington is a really cool track, but it's really tricky to know when exactly you're supposed to get back on throttle, especially here in turn 1 and 2. I did a pretty decent job getting up against the wall there and then cutting down on the exit of 2, but I lose a little bit of time coming through 3 and 4. I get scared of this corner, especially whenever I'm by myself, and I just really get nervous about hitting that outside wall, so we checked up a little bit too much, kind of killed our time on exit. So we didn't get a great start. I believe we're starting P8, but we jump out here really quick. Lap 1. We are just trying to get settled in, find our spot right here behind the 8 car. I really just want to get settled in as fast as possible and just try to find our consistency. Darlington is really easy to burn your stuff up, so just trying to find that spot that works for us. And right here, just settling in. Obviously, the 8 is pushing a lot harder than we are. I like to try to stay on this bottom and wrap that as much as I can, just because I feel like it gives me the most consistency. I can wash up and hit the wall there on the exit of 3 and really mess up the entire run there, maybe break the car. So just try to stay a little bit lower there. But we're settling in. I'm trying to set up some passes here with these guys who are just going to get into each other. 6 and 8 just... 6 overdrives, the 8 just has nowhere to go. They come together and we just get bogged down and stuck behind them. But we battle through that and keep moving. Lap 3, I try to find my spot here. I can tell I'm definitely faster than the 8. He maybe has a little bit of damage, more damage than maybe we would. So I'm trying to chase him down here, going for the pass down the backstretch. You can really set up good passes coming out of turn 2. So I try to do that as much as possible and let him overdrive in 3 and 4. Now the 12, he just gave us a little shot going into the corner, and he's going to be a character here in a few seconds, so be on the lookout. I try to pull away to break that side draft as much as I can, cut below the line, and the 12 is just right on us. 8 puts himself in the wall again, and I'm getting very arrow loose behind the car, or in front of the car behind us. 12 gets into us just a tiny bit. We hit the wall, and then this is where he becomes the character. Just complete disregard for us, puts us up into the wall, and at that point, I'm kind of in a bad spot. I can tell the wheel is a little bit broken. It's just not handling how we need it to be. So at this point, I get a little bit timid, and I just don't know what to do, and we take some time, a couple of laps to try to get settled back in. Jump here to lap 8. We're going to make a pass on the 15, or try our best to. That top can really get a good run on exit, and the 15 didn't quite get it that time, but you got to be careful. You can come out side by side coming out of turn 2, and there's just not a lot of room, so you got to really watch that. Here in turn 3, we're just trying to make the good exit there and keep up the pace. Still chasing. I believe this is the 5 car. He was putting up a great fight this entire race, and you'll see it throughout here. But we just get a little too hard on that exit there, catch the wall, and at this point, I really feel the wheel feels off. We chase him down for about about 10 laps there, and we get back to him finally after getting that damage. Right here, you're just going to see me go back and forth with him. We're really trying our best to get to him and make that pass. But like I said, if you're running this high side, you have a lot of momentum, and you can see that he's really pushing, and it's going to catch up to him eventually on exit there. But you really want to try to get that cut down. That way you don't plow up into the wall on exit. really, like this bottom in the 3 and 4, it's not great. Like, you don't get a lot of speed out of it, but it's very consistent from my feel. You can really feel whenever the car sets into the turn, and you can get that slip angle a little bit, but it's slower, and I don't think that it will ever be faster, so you just got to really play with it. I get a little too low there on the exit of 2 and just kind of slide, so the 5 escapes us once again, but again, he's struggling here in 3 and 4. I can make up some time just because I'm being consistent and he's scared of hitting the wall. But, you know, this is a battle. Like, we're trying to slowly push him into a mistake. And that's really how Darlington is. You're really trying to make the person in front of you mess up. It's really rare that you're just going to just be way faster than him. So we just really want to take our time, be patient. Darlington is a track that you're going to run yourself into a mistake, right? So you got to keep a level head, you know, play with the throttle on exits, make sure that you're not pushing too much. But I just kind of get bogged down. I'm not really faster than the 5 at this point, and the 8 and the 1 are more, they have a lot more pace than we do. I get pushed up into the 8 a little bit. Car got really tight with him out there, and
don't worry about it.
Make sure you apologize if you do anything stupid like that, unlike what the 12 did. But the 1 gets by us, and then the 6, a little impatient here, just gives us a nice little nudge, pushes up the track, and he gets around us as well. At this point, I'm kind of just, you know, a little upset with myself. I don't feel like I have the pace to keep up with these guys. So at this point, I just kind of start putting around. Lap 24. We're rolling into turn 1, and I'm right with them, but like I'm not pushing because I'm not as good as they are at this point. But you know, I noticed that they grabbed the wall there, and the 1 is just way off the pace. But see, I lift early just to give them space. I'm almost acting like a lap car, and I don't really know how I got into that headspace. I know like the damage was affecting me, but you know, just a couple laps later here, this is kind of where the switch flips. You know, I get a normal run out of here, and then I have to slow way down for the 5 here. So to me, that was my signal. Okay, I don't need to baby this. I can go out there and actually race these guys. So at this point, I'm definitely trying to set up, and I'm going to see what we can do if we can get this run going. So lap 29 here, we're going to push a little bit harder. I think I called him the 5 car. I meant the 6 car. The 6 gets into the wall. We had to lift a little bit because we were going to get into the wall. But I can tell that he is struggling. The blood's in the water, and I'm trying to go after him here. He has been struggling really bad in 3 and 4 catching that wall, and the guys in front of me all have. So that's something that I'm looking for, running that lower line. I just need to be aware of it, give them space whenever they hit and they try to pull off the wall. But that is the theme, the Darlington stripe. It's real, and it gets people left and right. So get kind of a sloppy exit there. I had a little too much wheel in it, and I got bogged up. But you can see the 6 is pushing up into the wall. He grabs it, and then that slows him way down. You know, me hugging that white dash line. I get around him nice and clean, and now I'm going after the 8. There's a little bit of a gap in between us, but I think I can close it here in turn 1, and I definitely do. And then I'm just hoping that he overdrives it, do my little cut down to make sure we don't push too hard, and then again, still pushing too much. The dirty air affects you a little bit coming out of 2 if you're really close. So you'll hear me lift a lot, but down here we're just trying to feather the throttle a little bit. The 8 is on the high side, 5 cut down to get in front of us, and we're really just trying to finish up this pass. On the bottom, it's really difficult to finish them, but you know, the 8 gets into the wall, drags it a little bit, and we're able to get the advantage coming out of turn 2, and we make the pass. So really, really difficult racing. It's really tight and close, but we're going to move to lap 33. This is a 40-lap race, so there's still plenty of time in here for us to make a mistake. You can see me get that good arc going through, and then we're chasing the 5 here. I just want to get around him. He's been in my way this entire time, raced me really well, but he's been in my way, and I want to get around him. So I'm doing all I can to figure out where he's struggling and where I can get a run. But if you look, the 19 is now in the picture, and the 19 is a lot faster than us. He's in traffic with us, but he's going to be a big obstacle here in trying to navigate what we do. And I'm going to make a point to note, like, look at where I position my car. I blocked the A car. I had to. If he got to that outside, I think he would have had enough momentum, and then, you know, me pushing up here, if I try to, like, he's going to be there, and that's just another factor that is going to mess up our entire run. So I definitely threw a block there, and then I dive deep trying to get around the 5. The 5 is doing all that he can to fight back, and then I can't, I don't have the grip down there. And then the 8 gets to our outside. This is what I was worried about. At this point, I'm worried I'm going to bleed all these positions, so I tuck in behind the 8, just try to get settled back in. The 19, again, is faster than us, but he's going to get chopped here on the exit. I really just got to make sure I'm protecting and defending as much as I can. I don't know if he had to lift or not, but he definitely gives us a shot going into turn 1. It helped us, actually. And then the 8 drags the wall, gets caught up. I'm afraid I'm going to door slam him, but we don't. And then the 19 gets side by side with him. We're going down the back stretch. I just need to get to the 5, and I drive in a little bit deeper. We're coming up off that white line, running kind of the middle here. The 5, he's over pushing the car, so he's really getting high up into 5. It's not hurting him right now, but that's something to note because it will come to bite him. Here we are just trying to set up a run here on exit because I can tell he's struggling. We get a big run, but I have to check up just a little bit, otherwise I probably would have ran into him. We get side by side drafting, getting into turn 3. We're gonna watch the 5 just hang on. He doesn't push up high. We're just side by side. The 19 goes with the 5. We just don't really have anywhere to go. I'm trying to side draft as much as I can, but I'm afraid I'm about to lose this momentum. I get up in front of the 19 just barely, and then the 5, he is running a really good line. I think I get a little bit too low, and I was afraid the 19 was going to bump us, but he doesn't. And we hang in there. Just got the 2 to go call. And here the 5 gets into the wall. We door slam, coming to the exit of 4, coming to the line, side by side. This was a heck of a battle, and I want to give props to the 5. He could have at any point just, you know, got dirty with me, and he didn't. He ran us really well, but he gets a little tight going into the entry, gets into the 19. They bounce off of each other. 19 loses a position. The 8 is going to go after the 5, and he's going to get around him. The 5's just got a little too much damage, but we kind of just hit our stride here. 2 laps to go. We're just going to mind our own business, run some clean laps, and it works out for us. We end up finishing 7th here, so that's really awesome. But overall, like, this was a really great race. It's really difficult to sell Darlington and how challenging it is, right? It's one of those tracks that, like, you are not racing other people most of the time. You are just trying to race the track and not put yourself in a bad position. I love this place. I love it so much. I think I have more videos at this place than I do probably anywhere else, just because it's so much fun. I've never had a Darlington race feel the same. It always feels like a unique place. So definitely give this a shot. Here are the results. We did come home 7th, so we gained 1 position on the field. But, you know, those guys in front of us, they were long gone. They kept it clean and clear. And we did what we could, but I hope you all enjoyed this style of video. It's definitely different. I want to know what your thoughts are. If you could, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Do you like this style? Do you want me to continue trying to make these videos? Or do you like the long form, you know, full hour videos? Let me know what you're thinking down below. I really do appreciate y'all checking out this video. If you could, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. I'll see you in the next one.